Hello, good morning or good afternoon whenever you're watching this. This is the lesson for Thursday, January the 21st. And in your e-learning packet, you should find the page 213. And the backside is 214. That is already torn out for you in your e-learning packet. You need to get that out and follow along with me during this lesson. All right. So we have been talking all about units of measurement this week. Remember, we've been talking about inches, centimeters, feet, and yards. Okay? Now, the front side of this paper is all an example. So we're going to talk about it and think about it, and it's going to help us as we do the back side, which is the problem. Okay? So this front side, it's just an example. See, it says example right up here. Whoops. We don't have to do anything on this front side. All you're doing is just following along, listening, doing your best to learn. Okay, it says Rita measures the length of a marker. So here's our marker. We're going to see how long it is, right? So she's got it lined up with her 0. I see my units right here, centimeters. I see that I have 13 centimeters. And still lined up with my 0. It doesn't quite line up with the 5. It's a little bit longer than the 5, but if I were going to go all the way to 6, it's a lot closer to 5 than it would be to the 6 over here. So sometimes we have to just go to the closest unit. So we have 13 centimeters and about 5 inches. Let's take a look at the example. It says, which unit do you need more of to measure the length of Rita's marker? Remember yesterday we really talked about the shorter something is, the more I'm going to need. The longer something is, the less I'm going to need. So which one is shorter? I hope you said centimeters because you'd be correct. There are a lot more centimeters right here up at the top than there are inches because they are shorter. It takes me 13. 13 is bigger than 5. So they correctly circled centimeters. And then down here it says explain your answer. And what they did, this is just one answer that you could put. You might write it differently if you were the one in charge of writing it. But it says a centimeter is shorter than an inch. You need more centimeters than inches to measure the same length. So basically what we've kind of already discussed, because the centimeters are shorter, you need more of them. If you go to the back side, this is the problem that we're actually going to do together. Okay, the first side was an example. The back side is what we are going to actually work on. So I'm not quite sure how you say this name. Oops, it just disappeared behind my little banner. But I'm going to say that it's Adar, I think. Adar measures the length of a bookmark. So here is his bookmark. It is lined up with the 0. And if I look over here, I can see, here's my units, centimeters. It is 9 centimeters long. And this one is going to stretch our brain just a little bit. Okay. Is it closer to 4? If I go down here. Is that closer to 4 or is that closer to 3? That one might be a little hard for you. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that one is closer to 4. So we're going to say it is about 4 inches. Not quite. It's not quite there, but it's about. So 9 centimeters, 4 inches. Which unit do you need fewer, that's a synonym for less, of to measure the length of Adar's bookmark? Which one do I need less of, inches or centimeters? Remember, shorter, more, longer, less. which one is shorter, centimeters or inches? There's an inch. There's a centimeter. My inches are longer, aren't they? So my formula tells me that I'm going to need less of them. I'm going to need less inches. So we're going to circle inches. Then right down here it says explain your answer. And just like we saw on that explanation up above, it said we needed more centimeters because they are shorter. We're going to explain our answer, so we're going to write a complete sentence. I'm going to write it on my whiteboard, and you might need to pause the video to give you enough time to write it on your page, but we're going to do that one together to make sure we all agree on the answer. So why? How do I know that I need inches? Well, inches are longer than centimeters, comma. So there's the bell. I need less of them. And period. Inches are longer than centimeters, so I need less of them. You're going to write that on your paper. The complete sentence has a capital letter, has an ending mark, and it makes sense. Okay. If you need to, you can pause the video to give you time to write that complete sentence. But that is the end of our math lesson for today. It was pretty easy peasy, pretty short. Tomorrow is Friday, which means the last paper that is in your e-learning packet is going to be your quiz. So that means tomorrow, when you do your paper, if you need help reading something, you absolutely can get help. But my friends, remember, it's a quiz. Are you supposed to have help from a grown-up with a quiz? No, indeed. Okay, so for the rest of today, you are done with your paper whenever you finish circling this and writing that sentence. And then you need to do 15 minutes on iReady Math. All right. If you need to go back and rewatch any of these videos, they are on all of our s'mores on our Clever page. And if for some reason you can't get them to work, you can always look me up on YouTube. I don't really have a YouTube channel, but I do have a YouTube account. And so if you look up my name, Allison Prindeville, you'll find all of our e-learning lessons that we have had so far this year that I have made videos for. Okay? As always, if you need help or have any questions at all, you can message me on Remind or email me. All right. Good luck, guys.